The richest man alive, the guy who makes rockets explode for fun, who sold flamethrowers as a side hustle, who bought Twitter just to rename it X, and who somehow convinced Wall Street that Dogecoin is a real investment. That's Elon Musk. But behind all that chaos, there is one obsession that defines Musk more than Tesla's, memes, or even his 11 kids, and that's Mars. He doesn't just talk about it, he lives it. He tweets about it, builds rockets for it, and tells everyone that unless humans move there, our species is basically screwed. So, why Mars? Why not the moon or a giant space station or, I don't know, fixing Earth first? What makes Musk so convinced that the future of humanity depends on a frozen desert millions of kilometers away? Today, we are diving into Elon Musk's Mars obsession, where it started, the wild scene behind it, the insane challenges, and why some experts think it's genius, while others think it's the biggest ego trip in human history. Stick around because by the end of this video, you will either want to book a one way ticket to Mars or never listen to Elon Musk again. Musk's obsession started long before Tesla or Twitter. As a kid in South Africa, he was bullied, lonely, and spent most of his time buried in books. His favorites, science fiction. Isaac Asimov's Foundation series had a lesson. Civilizations survive only if they spread beyond one planet. To young Elon, that wasn't just a story, it was destiny. In 2001, after selling PayPal, Musk had hundreds of millions to burn. Instead of buying an island, he tried to buy rockets from Russia. His plan? Launch a greenhouse to Mars, just to inspire people. The Russians laughed him out of the room. On the light home, Musk scribbled rocket equations on a napkin and realized rockets don't have to be that expensive. If nobody would sell him a rocket, he would build his own. That's how SpaceX was born. And from day one, its mission wasn't just space, it was Mars. But why Mars? The moon is closer, sure, but it has no atmosphere, no protection, and no resources to build a permanent civilization. Venus? Forget it. Temperatures hot enough to melt lead, clouds of acid, crushing pressure, it's literally hair. Mars, though? Mars is just close enough to dream about. It has a 24.6-hour day, water, ice at the poles, mountains, valleys, and the seasons. The gravity is weaker, but not useless, and unlike the moon, it feels like a world. Sure, it's freezing, the air would suffocate you, and radiation would fry your DNA. But compared to Venus or the vacuum of space, Mars looks like the best bad option. And for Musk, that was enough. Mars wasn't perfect, but it was possible. Musk doesn't see Mars as an adventure. He sees it as insurance. He talks about existential risks, events that could wipe out humanity, asteroids, nuclear war, pandemics, rogue AI, even natural disasters like supervolcanoes. In Musk's mind, Earth is a hard drive with no backup. One catastrophe and everything, our history, culture, knowledge, gets erased forever. His solution? Make humanity multi-planetary. Mars, for him, is the backup drive, the fire extinguisher behind the glass, the escape hatch in case Earth goes down. Critics say we should fix Earth instead. Musk says, why not both? But let's be real, his passion is Mars.
On that scale, should fit life becoming multi-planetary. And in fact, I think consciousness, it's the next step, actually.
Let's be honest, this is not just about survival. It's about ego. Think about it. Who gets remembered in history? Kings, inventors, explorers. But imagine being the man who took humanity to another planet. That's not just fame, that's immortality. Musk has even joked, I want to die in Mars, just not on impact. It's half a joke, half his dream. Tesla might be his business, but Mars is his legacy. So, how do you turn a frozen wasteland into a home? Musk has some wild ideas. One of his favorites, Nuke the poles of Mars. Seriously. Drop nuclear bombs to melt the ice caps, release carbon dioxide, and warm the atmosphere. Other ideas? Orbiting mirrors to reflect sunlight. Factories pumping greenhouse gases. In other words, climate change on purpose. The end goal is terraforming, making Mars Earth like. Breathable air, flowing water, plants, cities. Most scientists say, not in this century, maybe not ever. But Musk, he's betting on it. But the problem is, Mars doesn't care about dreams. The temperatures, minus 60 Celsius on average. Air pressure, 1% of Earth's. You would suffocate instantly. Radiation, 50 times higher than Earth. Cancer City. Dust storms, they can cover the entire planet for months. Life on Mars would not be futuristic domes and open skies. It would be bunkers, radiation shielding, hydroponic farms, more like living in a nuclear submarine than a paradise. Even NASA says we are decades away. Musk says 10 years. Optimism or delusion? It's easy to forget how close SpaceX came to failure. In the early 2000s, their first 3 rockets exploded. Musk had money left for one more attempt. If it failed, SpaceX was dead. That fourth rocket, it worked. NASA noticed, gave him a contract, and the company survived. Since then, SpaceX has made history. Reusable rockets, Falcon Heavy, Starlink satellites, and now Starship, the biggest, most powerful rocket ever built. A stainless steel monster designed to carry 100 people to Mars. So far, it's mostly exploded, but Musk doesn't care. To him, every explosion is progress. Not everyone is convinced though. Scientists say Musk's dream is fantasy, that even if we reach Mars, it will never be self-sustaining. Environmentalists argue he's distracting us instead of fixing Earth's climate crisis, he's daydreaming about another planet. Ethicists ask, who gave one billionaire the right to decide humanity's future? Who gets to go to Mars? The rich? The powerful? Is everyone else going to stay behind? Why it should be like that? Some say Musk isn't saving us, he's selling us a science fiction fantasy while Earth burns. But who is right there? And yet, whether you love him or hate him, Musk's obsession is contagious. For him, Mars is everything: a childhood dream, a survival plan, a business empire, a legacy. It's not just about rockets, it's about rewriting human destiny. He may succeed, he may fail, but one thing is certain: Musk will keep trying, no matter how crazy it sounds. So, why is Elon Musk obsessed with Mars? Because for him, it's not just a planet, it's a survival, it's history, it's ego, it's the biggest adventure in human history. The question is, will he actually do it, or is Mars' destiny to remain a billionaire's dream? And the real question for you is, if tomorrow Musk offered you a one-way ticket to Mars, would you take it? Thank you for watching the video and see you on the next one.